So hopefully there'll be more sponsored in this way through the Jazz Power Initiative, which is such a wonderful organization. So without further ado, I present to you the wonderful and marvelous Eli Yamin. Yay, applause. Hi, Eli. All right. Eli. All right. Hey, yeah. All right, Eli.
Thank you very much. And you can hear the lone applause of my wife, Lorraine. And I want to thank Lorraine for being my #1 supporter and my family for allowing me to have this concert here. And, of course, all the preparation that goes into such an event. Thank you, Ray, for that amazing introduction and for being such a wonderful, wonderful teacher at Stony Brook. And thank all my colleagues and friends in the Stony Brook community. It's been a wonderful experience so far, and I'm getting towards, well, I guess about the halfway point. This is actually the third of the 6 concerts Ray mentioned, and we expect lots more fun in the future. But tonight, I'm just so thrilled that so many of you have come to share this time with me. We're so excited to play the music of Thelonious Monk, and I'm so excited to play the music of Thelonious Monk. I see something on my screen. Hold on a second. I think I have to. Aha, the recording. Yes, we will record. That would be great. Awesome. We're going to play some Monk tunes. We started with Well, You Needn't, and then we went into Charles Mingus, Remember Rockefeller at Attica. As you know, you have the opportunity tonight to support the Jazz Power Initiative, which is a nonprofit that I founded in 2003 to support youth education and community programs. And when you make a donation, that goes to scholarships for Uptown Youth. So they have the opportunity to participate in this amazing music of jazz. And if you still haven't made a contribution and you'd like to, you can. And the information will be in the chat for you. I hear some ringing. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's good. All right, so we're going to proceed now. Somebody, if you wouldn't mind just keeping your microphone on mute, that would be great. We're going to proceed now with a new composition that I composed during the beginning of the pandemic when we were all asked to stay inside and shelter in place. And I believe in the chat we've got the whole program for you, because I'm not going to announce very much. I'm going to let the piano speak for itself. So welcome once again. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's very special to have you here with me in my living room in Inwood. Okay.
Yeah, Eli.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, friends. Thank you. Um, so that was Crepuscule with Nellie, a beautiful song by Thelonious Monk, and it's perfect for this time because Crepuscule means, um, well, I guess I don't know if it's perfect for this time.
Twilight.
But nonetheless, for me, that song is always perfect. Every time I play it, I just find so much magic in the music of Thelonious Monk, and I've really enjoyed the last several months immersing myself in this great American master's music. Crepuscule with Nellie was the name of that song. We're going to play some more Monk now. Monk's Point, and then Evidence, and then some free improvisation, and then a surprise version of Maple Leaf Rag. See if you still recognize it. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you. That took me some unbelievable.
Woo, 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 woo. I had to unmute so I could go, woo, woo. You bad, you bad.
Woo!
Hey. Woo, woo. All right, I'm
Great, Eli.
going back.
That's some
Yeah,
fun.
Eli. Woo!
That's some fun stuff. Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. It's beautiful. I'm gonna play just a handful more and till about 6, and then we'll have a talk back. So if you have any questions or just things you want to point out, how do you like my new shirt? You know, you can tell me at 6. But we're gonna play I'm just gonna play a couple more. I say we. I don't know why I keep doing that, but I kind of feel like sometimes it's us here at the piano. I don't know why. I guess maybe it's the solo nature of COVID. You just have to kind of bring all your different sides of you to the table because you don't have the other people all the time to play with. So you find yourself talking to yourself and asking yourself questions and responding to yourself, and I don't know. It's kind of a crazy thing, but it's true. And I feel that even playing for you live now, even though it's the same piano that I always play on, it's different because you're here. So thank you for being here, and thank you for connecting in the music with me tonight. I'm going to continue with Maple Leaf Ray. I kind of put this down as a typo at first, but then Ray pointed it out. He said, you wrote Maple Leaf Ray instead of Maple Leaf Rag. But I had changed the song so much with his inspiration that I thought, well, it kind of makes sense, Maple Leaf Ray.
Yeah. All right.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Singing.
Bravo.
Hold that bag. That's good.
Woo.
For Billie Holiday.
There we are. I don't know what happened when I was. Hi.
Yo.
All right.
Yo.
One more. Thank you.
Whoa.
Thank you very much.
Whoa.
I've got one more for you. It's a short one called Me and Lulu. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Whoa.
Thank you, Eli. Thank you.
More.
Fantastic.
All right. Let me see who's here now. Goodness
Wow.
gracious. Let me get my glasses.
Eli,
Wow.
numero uno.
Oh, my God.
Magnificent. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Great, man.
All right.
It's great.
It is a
man.
great shirt.
So good.
Isn't that a nice shirt? That's my birthday's tomorrow. I got an early birthday.
Oh,
Happy
birthday,
Happy
Eli.
birthday.
Oh, we didn't know
Thank you.
that.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Wow, it's so great. And thanks to everybody who gave to Jazz Power Initiative. There's still time if you'd like to give. I think we raised that over $2,500 so far.
Right on.
Yes. Thank you,
Yay.
everybody.
Great.
Great.
Thank you, everybody who donated.
Village.
And yeah, it really does, and it's just, wow, it's amazing to gather with so many folks tonight.
Yeah.
Well, that was fantastic,
birthday.
Eli.
Wow.
Birthday indeed.
Wonderful.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Did anybody have
Wow.
any questions or anything? I don't know. Thank you, Deanne. Oh, Deanne. Oh, wonderful. Deanne Taylor and Harry and Annika. And did anybody have any questions? I see Kate McGarry, my old friend Kate McGarry.
How about comments?
Ooh.
Traveled the world together. Comments, sure.
Yes.
Eli,
I have a comment.
Eli, this is Pat Lytle. When is the next one?
Ah.
The next one, Pat Lytle. Well, tomorrow we got a gospel concert for Grace Gospel Church, and I'm sure that Pat Lytle could tell you how to sign in for that. Maybe, Pat, if you want to put that in the chat. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock, I'm going to play a couple songs as part of that program for the Grace Gospel Church. And, and then we're going to do a lot of things for Jazz Power Initiative. We're planning, we have a new space in Upper Manhattan. We just got our piano in there, and we're going to do live streams, performances. We can have 2 or 3 musicians at a time. So that's a big band in the land of COVID.
Eli,
Yes.
this is Louise.
Louise Robinson from Sweet Honey in the Rock, my hero.
And let me tell
Ah.
you, okay, I have a few things to say to you. First of all, thank you so much. It was perfect timing to have your concert while I was looking at the sunset, the horizon go down. It was just fabulous. And then let's see, when you played the song you wrote around COVID, the
Yes.
last time I was in New York was on March the 11th. And I could hear in the music the questioning, the quiet, what's happening? What's going on? What does this mean?
Yes.
And then I could just see it grow as, cases and things begin to happen. And then you just settle down. That's how I was feeling the whole time. So I was listening to you going, you know what? This is exactly what I was feeling. And then that Black National Anthem was off the hook.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You should record that. You should record that.
Yeah.
Yes, you should. You
I
really
agree.
should record that.
Yeah.
And then one last comment I'm gonna make. Are you still there?
I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, because the video went away.
I think your screen
You
went
took
out.
me
but
on
we
a
hear you.
journey. You took me on a journey because there's 2 shows that I did. One was Ain't Misbehaving and Tintypes, where they were ragtime and that stride piano, man.
Yes.
It just took me back into those days when I did those shows. So thank you so much. I'll let
thank
somebody
you,
else talk.
Louise.
It was a fabulous evening.
Thank you.
I thought I knew a lot about you. I'm still learning.
Great.
Well, thanks for your tips.
Eli,
Yes.
Eli, I want to say it was really wonderful. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I think my favorite was also Lift Every Voice and Sing. But I do have a question. How did you get that terrific setup in your house with the microphone? What did you do? Because it really sounded terrific.
Oh, thank you. We worked on that up until the last minute, actually. But you have to get what is called an audio interface. I was saying to Lorraine the other day, we should make a list of all the things we've learned during this time. That is one thing I have learned about an audio interface, and that allows you to plug a good microphone if you have a good condenser microphone, and I have two. So I have two condenser mics on the piano plugged into an audio interface, and then that translates the microphone signal into digital language for the computer. You plug it into the computer, and then when you're in Zoom, you can actually choose which audio thing you want to use, and you look for your audio interface, and then you check it out, and it's it improves things a lot. And
Terrific.
we can talk more about that, Penny, at another time if you like.
Okay.
But that's what's happening, and that's Penny Prince from Lehman College, and we love you, Lehman College.
Thank
where
you.
I got my master's in music ed, and I've taught for many years private students in piano and in composition. Wow, I see cousins and friends, and it's just what a party, man. The Rikers.
Eli, we have a question by one of your students, Claudia.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spotlight her right now.
Okay.
Hi. I just wanted to know, how much do you practice? Because that was amazing.
Who is that talking? Tell me who that is.
That's Claudia.
That's Claudia. Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. Claudia is one of our new students at Jazz Power. What a great that is the question, Claudia. How much do you practice? It varies from time to time. I must practice every day, at least a little bit. And some days I practice a lot, like, maybe 3 or 4 hours. And some days I only practice a little bit. But I've just got to touch the instrument, and I've got to say, even if I don't have anything important to do or anything, I have to say hello. I have to say good morning. How are you? And it's practicing it's the practicing that you're touching the piano, but it's also even the thinking about the piano is practicing. You can think about the piano. Even when you're waiting for the bus, you think about the piano. And the more you think about it, the more it becomes you. So that's how much I practice. Thank you for the question.
We have another question by Mr. Josh Winkelstein, I believe. He asked in the chat, how do you become a Steinway artist?
Oh, okay. Hi, Josh. My Uncle Josh. All right. How do I become a Steinway artist? They actually invited me. I met somebody who was a representative, and they knew that I had a Steinway. You have to have a Steinway. And then, and once you kind of show your preference, I guess, sometimes they might invite you. And then they asked me to write a little something. I forgot exactly what I wrote. This is my endorsement, but it was something about, oh yeah, I kind of remember it. It's kind of as much Bach they have in these pianos. There's a lot of blues too.
That's good. Go ahead. That's right.
In these pianos, and this piano
sounds like you.
Really cool. This is this actually belonged to your relative and mine, Josh. This was Evelyn Winkelstein's piano. She was married and many of you here, our family, know who she is. She was quite an amazing lady, and she got this piano as a wedding gift in 1920 when she got married in Syracuse, New York. And the piano was manufactured in 1917 in Queens. And so it's over 100 years old now, and it was actually born the same year as Thelonious Monk. Isn't that cool?
That is very cool.
I remember playing under that piano when I was just like 8 or something, and it seemed a lot larger back then.
You're muted, Eli.
Absolutely.
In the 1917, so we went through the pandemic, the other one.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So this piano.
That's a great article. Yeah, that's a good article or something to post. That's good information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that Carol? It sounds
Yes,
like
it is, my love. Yeah.
Carol.
Hi,
Maylard.
sweetie.
Oh, great to see you, Carol. Thank you.
I made it. I was busy taking care of something. I said I was trying to listen to it in the street, and I said, just go get in the house. But it was marvelous. You know, I'm a big
Thank
fan.
you. Thank you. Well, thank you so much.
And,
Any other
and
questions?
Eli, yes, Eli, I do have a question. This is something I didn't know. You're going for a doctorate. I guess all
Yes.
your family members know all that, but me, big fan, I didn't know.
Yes.
So you're getting a doctorate of musical arts, and this was part of your thesis, Louise
Yes.
said?
Yes, this is part of the Doctor of Musical Arts at Stony Brook. We're required to do 6 concerts actually, which is really cool because you get to you know, really go deeper into your music and do things for the sake of the music, you know, and not have to think about, you know, is this going to sell a lot of tickets? Although look at all these people who came, which is really great, you know. But yeah, so it's one of 6 concerts, and this is the 3rd one that I've done. So I have 3 more to do, and each one will be different, you know. The last one was well, the last one was last week. I did a lecture concert where I had to talk about Thelonious Monk and then demonstrate some things. And then the first one was with a trio with trombone and drums with Ray Anderson, which was wonderful.
Wow.
So we'll see what the next one is. I don't know, you know.
Okay.
We'll see. Yeah.
Love you. Love you.
Thank
love
you.
you.
Love you too,
Eli.
Carol. Thank you.
I had a question.
Yes.
It's Annette. Hi.
Hi, Annette.
Yeah, I'm the one who had said about the pandemic piano.
Yeah.
I have 2 questions. Well, about the compositions and the way. By the way, it was real nice. I put my external speaker on my device to get a big sound. So it was really, the sound's really good. Of course, and of course interface. Yes, that's got it from the beginning of the pandemic. But the sound was really nice. I was telling Yanni. But the thing is, the question is about the Beethoven. You kind of like did a medley,
Yes.
and I really liked some harmonizations that you did in there. You threw in some interesting chords.
Thank you. I've been working on that. It was actually a challenge from my dad. I hope you noticed that, Dad. He said, why don't you, you know, play some improvisations on classical themes that us classical fans would like. So I tried that, but it did occur to me that I know at least one person was wincing when they heard me do something with the Beethoven. But I've had a lot of fun with it, playing with it. I see Julie smiling. That's a good sign.
I thought it was deep.
I've had a lot of fun with it. I've been, you know, playing that piece and discovering different things about it and realizing, you know, there's a tune here, just like any jazz tune. And then I've been playing Lift Every Voice and Sing and really exploring that and wanted to really blow on that because it's not something we usually blow on. Lift Every Voice and Sing, we usually play it for a very ceremonial. But I've started exploring that. And then just this afternoon, I started mashing them together. Because one of my really strong kind of goals in entering academia again is, can't we just get all this great music together?
Yes.
You know, why do we have to have the black music over here and the white music over here? You know, with code words, classical and jazz. You know, this is the great music of the 20th century. You know, and the 19th and the 18th century. Let's put it together and let's see what new combinations, new flavors, new explorations can happen. And if we want to really include, you know, diverse people in our higher places of learning, we should find different ways to roll out the welcome mat, you know. And I think when we put these musics together, I'm hoping it creates a certain kind of welcome, which is ultimately my goal. And actually, I'd love to just share with you that at Stony Brook, they have a course for graduate students called Tonality, okay? And usually this course focuses on Beethoven exclusively, but I've gotten to know the professor, August Sheehy, and I said to him, you know, Dr. Sheehy, why not introduce Ellington in the tonality course? And he said, well, actually, I'm planning to do a Duke Ellington course. And I said, well, that's wonderful. And then the jazz people will take the Duke Ellington course, and the classical people will take the Beethoven course, and we'll still know what we know, and we won't really know, you know, we won't really changed anything. So he said, you know, he thought about my suggestion for a month, and then he decided to do it. And for the first time, the tonality course at Stony Brook this semester is being taught through the music of both Beethoven and Duke Ellington in one course. Yeah, one course. So yes, this is progress. Deanne is smiling. Yes, Pastor. Thank you. Yeah, and I think that so far the reports are that the students really like it, and they're really stimulated. And the classical people, they already knew quite a bit about Beethoven. So learning about Ellington and his collaborator Strayhorn has really been exciting for them. And then, the jazz people, of course, feel, well, this is new to me, analyzing Beethoven quartets, but at least I feel welcome here now, because I know that, this composer that I recognize is the best is sitting next to the one that everybody on the classical side thinks is the best. And it really provides excellent opportunities, and the music has so much in common, and yet the differences are quite interesting, fascinating, and well worthy of study. So yay. Progress. Let's have a lot more. Let's keep that going.
It's just like, that's great, because you open the same thing up with Bach with the figure bass, and then other people who wrote like Bacchianas Brasileiras by Villalobos.
Now you could.
Great point, Annette. Great point. And actually, I know that Professor Ray Anderson is talking with the head of the Baroque faculty about doing some collaborating. Isn't that right, Ray?
Yeah, that's right. Now we're thinking about how there's so much improvisation in Baroque. So I'm thinking, okay, well, this is a natural blend, and I don't know the first thing about Baroque, so it would be a good education for me, and we're talking about trying to figure out a way to have a course that combines those two. And I'm most grateful to Eli for that idea. That's Eli's idea. He said, well, why don't you just do Ellington and Beethoven? Why do you have them separate? Why don't you just do them together? That's a brilliant idea. And kudos to August Sheehy for taking the leap. He'd never done that before. So this is how things change. And change is needed, that's for sure.
Well, I like ragtime too, Eli. I see you put that habanera in there. That was great.
Well, that the Scott Joplin, there's so much in there that you hear in other music, and it really, it really provided such a foundation for so much music that came later. And so when you start improvising, it took me a long time to be able to get away from the paper of the Scott Joplin and start to improvise. And I credit Ray for really helping me kind of bust out of my comfort zone and try stuff with it. But once I did that, I started to realize, this reminds me of this thing they do in New Orleans on the piano, and this part, this reminds me of tunes that Randy Newman. I've found many things in Scott Joplin. Randy Newman just took a couple bars and he made a whole song out of it, So there's so much real American source material in that music, because, of course, in the early 1900s, everybody was playing ragtime. That was the most popular music. So it was in people's blood. And, sometimes that gets forgotten nowadays. But it's a wonderful exploration. And of course, the Latin tinge is an important part of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's great. I loved the way he did it. It's really, the program was awesome.
Yes, it was.
Thank you.
Hey, Eli, may I just share one more thing with the Baroque? Speaking on the Baroque music and that style, and even when I think of some of the Beethoven and Bach work, Mozart, those people that do a lot of a lot of stuff is going on. Think about what's happening now and how those two can fuse together.
Yes.
Like, what I'm saying? Like if it's neo soul, if it's hip hop, if it's some kind of cool jazz rap or something, but that's an interesting way, something else to look at.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. How can we blend these styles?
Yeah. And so you see where the music progresses and where it's moving to and what it is actually coming from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm where we are with Jazz Power now, we're on the other side of Inwood at faces east towards the Bronx, and we can actually see part of Sedgwick Avenue, which is the famous place where the housing project, where they started these parties, where the hip hop, you know, kind of reemerged. You know? So I'm really excited about, you know, the possibilities of connecting with those traditions and yeah, I mean it's the music. If we can let go of some of our preconceived notions and be open, you find these amazing connections, and that's what it's all about, you know, connection.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Elias David, how you doing?